want to know the secret script that can make you unforgettable in any conversation. I'm talking about a method that builds a we've known each other forever feeling in just 10 minutes. This isn't just theory. It's a field-tested psychological framework used by top charisma experts, therapists, and even elite salespeople. It's called the FORD plus IRR script, and it's considered unique because it combines deep emotional rapport with a structure that feels completely natural. The person you're talking to will never know they're being scripted. Let's break down how it works. The script has 2 parts. First, you build comfort and trust with FORD. Then, once you've established a safe emotional space, you create a powerful connection with IRR. The beauty is in its simplicity and how it bypasses meaningless small talk. Let's start with F for family. Instead of asking a generic question, go a layer deeper. Ask, how close are you with your family? This is good, but the real magic is in the follow-up. After they answer, ask, who are you closest to in your family and why? This simple question is brilliant because it prompts them to share attachment stories and tap into childhood emotions, which are the bedrock of connection. You're not just asking about their family, you're asking about the emotional core of their family. Next is O for occupation. Most people dread the question, so what do you do? It feels like an interview. You're going to flip that on its head. After they tell you their job, immediately pivot from the what to the how they feel. Say something like, most people hate talking about work, but what's the one part of your job that you could talk about for hours? This instantly separates you from everyone else. It shows you're interested in their passion, not just their job title. It invites them to talk about something they genuinely love, making the conversation energizing instead of draining. Then we have R for recreation. Don't just ask about hobbies. Frame it in a way that reveals their true self. Ask, imagine you have a completely free weekend with 0 obligations. What do you do? This question bypasses the usual, oh, I like watching movies. It encourages them to describe their ideal state of freedom. The best follow-up here is, when was the last time you completely lost track of time doing something? This question uncovers their flow states, those moments of deep engagement and passion where their personality truly shines. You're not just learning what they do for fun. You're discovering what makes them feel alive. Finally, the deepest part of the FORD model, D for dreams. This is where you create a space for vulnerability and future projection. A great question is, if money and logistics were no issue at all, what would you really be doing in 5 years? This frees them from practical constraints and allows them to share their biggest aspirations. But if you want the killer version, the one that builds almost instant trust, ask this. What's something you've always wanted to do but haven't told many people? This question is incredibly powerful. It signals that you are a safe person to confide in, and it combines vulnerability with their dreams. By this point, you've moved far beyond small talk. They've shared their core relationships, their passions, and their deepest desires. The emotional investment is high. Now, once you've built that foundation of comfort and trust with FORD, it's time to create that unforgettable emotional spike. This is where the IRR sequence comes in. This is the part almost no one knows about, and it's what makes this script so uniquely effective. I is for intrigue. This is where you offer a gentle tease or a cold read based on everything they've told you. It's a way of showing you've been listening intently. You could say something like, you're way too creative to just be doing your current job. I can tell there's a wild, adventurous side you don't show most people. This is a compliment wrapped in an observation. It makes them feel seen and understood on a deeper level. You're acknowledging the gap between who they are and who they want to be, which is a very attractive quality. Next in the sequence is R for relate. This is the vulnerability loop. After they respond to your intrigue, you share a short, emotionally charged personal story that relates to what they just revealed. It has to be brief, no more than 30 to 45 seconds. For example, if they shared a dream about quitting their job to travel, you could say, I felt the exact same way when I was 24. I actually quit my corporate job on a whim and backpacked through Asia for 6 months. It was the scariest, but also the best thing I ever did. By sharing a piece of your own vulnerability, you're validating their feelings and creating a powerful Me Too moment. You're no longer just an interviewer, you're a fellow traveler on a similar journey. The final step is the second R, reward and re-engage. Immediately after sharing your story, you must reward their vulnerability. This is crucial for solidifying the trust you've built. Say something direct and genuine like, wow. Most people would never be brave enough to even admit that. I really respect the hell out of that. This reinforces that opening up to you is a positive experience. Then you re-engage with a push-pull question. This is a question that gently challenges them while showing you care. For example, so what's really stopping you right now? And there's no judgment here. I'm just genuinely curious. This question is a master stroke. It's direct but empathetic. It invites them to explore their own barriers in a safe space you've just created. This entire FORD plus IRR sequence can be done in under 10 minutes, and the effect is profound. It works in dating, job interviews, networking, sales, and even in therapeutic settings. Why is it so powerful? It's backed by science. Research, like the famous 36-question study by Arthur Aaron, has shown that sharing dreams, childhood memories, and passions activates the same regions in the brain that light up when we're falling in love. This script is essentially a faster, smoother, and more covert way to achieve that same effect. When delivered naturally, it's almost impossible for someone to detect that you're using a technique. They just feel deeply understood and connected to you. Now, for a bonus tip. Top dating and charisma coaches have a one-line version of this entire concept that they're using right now to go deep fast. It's a powerful question that cuts through all the noise. You ask, so, are you the kind of person who always plays it safe? Or the kind who secretly wants to burn everything down and chase what actually matters? It's a bold question, but you'd be surprised. About 90% of people will choose the second option. They instantly self-qualify as someone who wants more out of life, and the conversation immediately dives into a deep, meaningful place. So, to recap, use FOR de family, occupation, recreation, dreams to build trust and comfort. Then transition to IR intrigue, relate, reward, and re-engage to create an emotional spike and an unforgettable connection. This isn't about manipulation. It's about genuine curiosity and the art of masterful conversation. It's about making people feel seen, heard, and valued. That's the most unique and field-tested psychology script being used today. Try it and watch how your interactions transform. Thanks for watching. If you got value from this, make sure to like and subscribe for more insights into the psychology of connection. See you in the next one.